It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.
Welcome back as we move on to race number 6, and this is one of those races where I can't give you much confidence. Some of the races, when you find the horses and the value, you can get the confidence. I'm afraid when it comes to this event over 1,000 meters, I'll give you some comments on the runners, but I think you can throw a net over this field and just keep a close eye on them in the preliminaries on the way down to the start, and go with your gut feel and your fancy in race number 6. Very, very competitive. Clinton Binder sends out 2 runners in this contest. Number 1, Life Goes On, and number 3, Esquivel, and they're both lively runners. Life Goes On, he's a 3-time winner, or a 4-time winner, of which 3 of those have come on the poly track. Drawn 1, he's the type of horse who can show pace, he can sit just off them, and I think there's going to be quite a bit of speed in this 1,000-meter contest, so let's see if they're going to cut throats up front. A horse like number 3, Esquivel, also from the Clinton Binder stable. This might be my narrow first selection. The reason being is that he's back to his winning mark, a 69, when he came to KwaZulu-Natal and he beat Purple Operator on the poly. So he's got a victory on the poly track. Richard Fourie, he's won with the blinkers, he's won without the blinkers. The 1,000-meter trip, he's yet to win over the distance. Likewise, number 1, Life Goes On. They've yet to win over the distance, but they have done pretty well over the trip. So I'm not going to read too much into the distance. Number 3, Esquivel. The reason that I like him is that he's lost his form, and that's allowed him to drop down from an 80 to a 69 in the handicap. Richard Fourie riding at the top of his game. And I think number 3, Esquivel, he's going to give you a big run for your money. And racing off his same mark, 69, of which he last won when he came to KwaZulu-Natal, I think he can bounce back and run an absolute cracker. But saying that, there's no lack of opposition. Number 4, Another Day in Africa, both wins on the poly, and he's unbeaten course and distance. Last time out, he beat Don't Shoot the Barman, who was a little bit unlucky on the occasion, but Another Day in Africa took full advantage and needs to be given healthy respect. Number 6, Trafalgar Square, just needs some luck in the running. Number 7, Brass Bell. Now, here's a runner who came back to KwaZulu-Natal and has shown a bit of a form return with a 4th to Another Day in Africa last time out. The previous runs, he would have come on from those efforts, and he showed his well-being last time. Samanga Kamalo's been booked for the ride. And then the horse who could be the horse that they all have to beat at the weights, number 8, Impartial. They tried him over 1,400 meters last time, and earlier on in his career, they tried him up to a mile. This horse does not stay. This is a horse who's a 1,000-meter out-and-out specialist. He's only got the 1 victory and a host of placings, but they have come over the 1,000 meters. He's drawn deepest of all, but he gets weight off the back. He's carded to carry 52, and then the apprentice will take the weight off the back. He's got a lot of natural speed, and at the weights department, number 8, Impartial, I'll go as far as to say he is the horse to beat. 10 days ago, over the 1,400, he ripped off, and the last 300 meters, he just faded tamely out of contention. Back to the 1,000 meters, he'll be a very fit horse. Blinkers on, they're going to jump, and it's going to be a case of hi-ho silver. Catch me if you can. I believe He's not a horse that you can get to settle. So the apprentice is just going to be a pilot aboard number 8, Impartial, and he might be able to go all the way. He's going to jump out. He's going to set some quick fractions. There's 1 or 2 other runners, Flying the Star, a horse like Life Goes On, and 1 or 2 others who like to be with the speed. But I think the game plan is going to be with number 8, Impartial. Jump him out, let him get to the front, open up 2-3 lengths, and come into the last 200 meters with the light mass, he might be able to continue to go all the way. But like I said, race number 6, not a race to get heavily involved with. Clinton Binder holds a very strong hand. The horse like Brass Bell, Another Day in Africa, and keep a close eye on number 8, Impartial, at the weights department.
I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.